We all are energetic, and all we want is that this session, which is on industrialization of Madhya Pradesh, should give us more takeaways to carry home. May I request Shri Raghavendra Kumar Singh, Principal Secretary, Department of Industrial Promotion, Industrial Policy and Investment, Madhya Pradesh, Shri C.P. Sharma, Managing Director, Daulat Ram Engineering Services, Manish Dapkara, CMD EKI Energy Services Limited, and co-chair of MP's FICCI division. Shri Aditya Srivastava, Executive Vice President, Manufacturing Strategy and Sustainability, Volvo Eicher Commercial Vehicles Limited. I think the nameplates are. And we are waiting for Ms. Nidhi Agarwal. She'll be joining us very soon. Mr. Singh, if I can start with you. You know, there is a great promise which Madhya Pradesh always had, especially after, GST. We thought that Madhya Pradesh would rapidly get into the industrialization, get benefit out of the geographical location it has, and give a very strong competition to industries in Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat. So help us in understanding where have we reached, and is this a movement for Madhya Pradesh to capitalize on, sir? What sort of reforms? Sir, or you want to give up? You can take the mic. You can take the mic and then you don't require mic. So वहाँ पे mic is
So what to ask?
mic. Put it.
So thank you, Nilesh ji. I am very happy to be here in India Today's program. Respected Mr. C.P. Sharma ji, Mr. Aditya Srivastava ji. Thank you, India Today, for inviting me here. The question that has been asked, whether this is the time for Madhya Pradesh in the industry sector, and how we are trying to promote industrial scenario, the environment, the ecosystem of Madhya Pradesh. So let me start with a short story, and that involves one of the panelists here on the stage, Mr. Aditya Srivastava ji, who belongs to Volvo Eicher. This company started their business in Madhya Pradesh in 1986, and they have gone for 7 different phases of investment till 23-24. They have total investment of around $1 billion. That's around $900 billion. They are today employing around 40,000 persons in their company. The thing I just wanted to narrate with this story is whosoever comes to Madhya Pradesh becomes a part of it. The kind of ecosystem, the kind of hospitality, the kind of rules, regulations, the legal framework, the kind of industrial promotion assistance support that is given by Madhya Pradesh. So I have one of the examples just in front of you. So Mr. Aditya Srivastava, thank you very much, and thank you for Volvo Eicher. I wish Manish would have been here. He is also a kind of success story. He is working in carbon credit system. He has done tremendously well. He started his company around 17-18 years back in 2007-8, and he has been a kind of pillar of strength for Indore and then in entire country and in the entire world. And he is doing tremendously well. So, if I can continue for 3-4 minutes regarding what Madhya Pradesh is doing at this point of time. So, recently we have launched through Honorable Prime Minister during Global Investor Summit 18 sector-specific new policies to drive investment. These policies are tailor-made for all those specialized industries in different sectors, and government of MP has a commitment to support the industries like anything. What we are doing differently this time, that we want to create an environment where ease of doing business doesn't become a kind of a word, a kind of a sentence, but it becomes a kind of a reality. So we are going to give the investors end-to-end solution on the online platform, the MP Invest portal, and we are doing well in reducing compliance burden and ease of doing business. Whenever there is a ranking from states ranking in India, so Madhya Pradesh is one of the topmost states in those rankings. Recently, the Honorable Chief Minister Sahab through cabinet and then through legislative assembly, we have cleared one bill, that is Madhya Pradesh Jan Vishwas bill, which has decriminalized 64 provisions of it. We are also developing a very good MSME and startup ecosystem in Madhya Pradesh. We are 7th in entire country, and we are employing more than 80 lakh people in MSME sector. At this point of time, I will also mention that new policies give thrust to export and foreign direct investment. In case of foreign direct investment, we are going to give a multiplier up to 1.2. That means 20% additional benefits for the investors. For export-related activities, we have come up with new export-oriented policies that will that not only gives additional multiplier for exports, but will also provide freight subsidy, then other kind of insurance and other related subsidies in export sector. We are looking forward to many different areas, and to support the case of employment generation. Our thought process is that we should have two kind of approach. One, to go for all those areas which are very much popular for employment generation, areas like garmenting, areas like food processing, areas like say timber and works related with furniture making, toy making, and shoe manufacturing. So these are the areas where we can have greater number of employments. Then we are also thinking of going for high value addition areas. We want to create an ecosystem. On 27th, we are going to have an IT-based conclave at Indore, and there we are trying that we will promote AVGC, Global Capability Center, IT-related centers, and the things related with artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we are working on two fronts. So I will just end here, and since
thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Time,
thank you.
So I will try to take part in the discussion, whatever.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Sharma, if I could come to you, since you are a homegrown company in Madhya Pradesh and lot of you have seen a lot of developments. What sort of reforms do you want to see? You have now become you are a veteran in the field. Many of the things which Mr. Mr. Singh's department is doing. So what sort of more reforms you want to see them to take, and talk about the speed also?
देखिए, हम करीब 1983-84 में यहाँ आके कंपनी लगाई थी और जब हम यहाँ आए थे, आई बिलोंग टू पंजाब, तो मैं यहाँ आके बहुत पछताते थे हम कि हम कहाँ से वहाँ से क्यों आ गए। और आज मैं जब वापस जाता हूँ पंजाब तो वहाँ जाके मैं पछताता हूँ कि वहाँ मैं क्यों चला गया। देयर इज सी चेंज इन मध्य प्रदेश। और आप रिफॉर्म्स की बात करते हैं, इतना फास्ट रिफॉर्म मध्य प्रदेश में हुआ है कि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट तो यहाँ पे अप्रोचेबिलिटी है। मुझे अगर किसी ऑफिसर से मिलना है तो मुझे अपॉइंटमेंट की जरूरत नहीं, इवन मुझे मिनिस्टर से मिलना है तो मुझे कोई अपॉइंटमेंट की जरूरत नहीं है। तो सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम बहुत कंट्री में पॉपुलर हुआ, लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से मैंने एक हमारी कंपनी बेंगलोर में भी है, सो आई कैन कंपेयर व्हेन आई गो देयर इन द गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज एंड आई गो इन मध्य प्रदेश ऑफिसेज। ऑफ कोर्स मुझे तो जाना ही नहीं पड़ता है। तो इतना चेंज यहाँ पे मैंने पाया है। और देखिए हर चीज में स्कोप है इम्प्रूवमेंट का, और ये इम्प्रूवमेंट डिटरमिन्ड है यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट करने के लिए और करती जा रही है। तो इतना ही मैं कुछ संक्षेप में कहना चाहता हूँ यहाँ पे।
Nidhi, welcome to the panel. Help us in your understanding that, how state is playing role in developing, R&D and innovation, supporting many of this ecosystem. What is your experience?
Thank you. I'm Nidhi Agrawal. I'm Director of Steel Innovations Private Limited, that is in Mandidi. We also have 2 units in Govindpura. Raghavendra Saab mentioned that the MP as a state wants to focus on the ecosystem. Taking just one point from that, I want to talk about skilled labor, for which I feel that there's such a brilliant network of ITIs, and there is of course our Pradhan Mantri Kushal Yojana, which is doing so well. In my experience, I fumble because anyone who comes out of these skill set programs is aspiring only for conglomerates, bigger people. So there is, of course, I know that there is Aisha sitting just next to me, and there is Sharma Saab from Daulat Ram that is sitting next to me. So people like Aisha, there is CGL, there is HEG. These are the people who will bag the talent. When I am coming and sitting on this panel, I would want to speak more on behalf of the MSMEs who are struggling to retain the talent and to acquire it, fighting the rates with the conglomerates. So my submission in this context could be that if, sir, there could be a policy where ITI people have at least some, maybe 30% of their graduates getting assigned to MSMEs, with some kind of course, we will also pay a stipend, but if you from the government can support in terms of matching the pay scale of the conglomerates, then it will help us acquire more talent in our shop floor, and will also work on scale of work that we are working on. The other thing that I feel we can work on is that MSME also, so I don't have a product of my own. I basically fabricate to the designs of the likes of BHEL and all. मध्य प्रदेश में भोपाल एकमात्र गढ़ है फैब्रिकेशन को लेकर। हमारे यहाँ इतनी यूनिक मशीनिंग और फैब्रिकेशन की फैसिलिटीज हैं। आई हैव सीन दैट वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट का जो एक मुहिम चला था पहले भी, और आपने अभी यहाँ पर राघवेंद्र साहब के साथ में भी यहाँ पर काफी मध्य प्रदेश में पॉपुलर है। मुझे भोपाल में ऐसा मूवमेंट जो चाइना को रिप्लेस कर सके कि नहीं आप लोग मशीनें लगाएं। हमें मशीनों में डेफिनेटली सब्सिडीज मिलती है गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, बट एक जो मुहिम होता है जहां से मतलब हर स्टेट का आदमी सोचे कि मध्य प्रदेश में भोपाल में अगर आप जाएंगे तो फैब्रिकेशन बेस्ट होगा। I think we deserve that kind of legacy by now because considering BHEL की ancillaries को आज कम से कम 60-70 साल हो चुके हैं और talent और उस हिसाब का infrastructure और experience हमारे यहाँ भोपाल में है. So these are my 2 cents.
Thank you, Nidhi ji. Aditya ji, if I can come to you, Volvo Eicher has a wonderful plant here. I want to understand the entire country is talking about the EVs and, the energy efficient vehicles. I believe you all want to set up, things here. And secondly, I want to understand that how do you get, state support in the ecosystem, especially in bringing the operational efficiency and those type of things. Help us in understanding that, sir. The mic is on, sir.
So I think, yes, I think, first of all, thanks to Raghavendra sir for mentioning Eicher name, and we are literally progressive company and looking forward sort of, new technologies and things like that. And you have spoken about EV, and we were the first one to get into the Euro 6 engines in India. We started making 2013, and India started this 2021-22 time frame, Euro 6, but we were making engines from 2013 onwards for Volvo Group basically. And similarly on the new technology front, if we talk about today EV, we are working on all the platforms right now, and we are quite, if not ahead, at least we are at par with the global competition or whatever competitions we have in India. And that's why our state government, as mentioned right now, we have 8 plants right now in Madhya Pradesh, and we are working for a couple of new plants actually, looking for more land and putting another 2,000 crore investment here. And that's largely on the new product, basically including EVs and also the new generation automatic transmission for automobile. So it can happen only when the companies also, looking for new technology for Make in India or Make in Madhya Pradesh kind of programs. At the same time, the government is also coming forward, supporting with these initiatives. So our ecosystem is good today in Madhya Pradesh for electric vehicle, and we are making electric buses. Our buses are running in Chandigarh and many cities, basically railways or Indian armies. I'm talking about 9-meter buses, electric buses, and now we are into the tarmac buses. Very soon you'll see the tarmac buses, electric buses, or you can see the long road, long distance haulage kind of buses. We are also working on the trucks, and now the entire product range, what we have today. And like we are into heavy duty truck segment, we are into the medium duty truck segment, small truck, and we call it last mile trucks actually, which is like courier people or like milkmen or like sabji wala or vendors, उनके लिए mini trucks होते हैं, उसको भी हमने launch किया, electric vehicle launch, that is produced in Bhopal by the way. And that segment is going to be popular, and now we are migrating for higher tonnage EVs. So everything is available here, entire ecosystem is good here. We have partnership with the technology service providers, and Volvo is our biggest, our 50% joint venture partner is Volvo Group. So I think there's no problem here in getting this thing. And sales and marketing, as you said, government is also giving a lot of incentives. Recently, there's tender has come for the Madhya Pradesh also. We are supplying 500 buses to the state government now, electric buses. So everything is there here. I think we are very well positioned right now.
So you're sounding very positive, but if I come to you, Sharma Saab, help us, in understanding that there are certain type of inertia which is required by many of the MSMEs and mid-sized companies in Madhya Pradesh to take a leap forward. We discussed in the agriculture sector also that how state government is helping in taking a leap forward for the farmers. I'm sure the same situation is there in the MSME and mid-sized companies. So what sort of things you are looking at, to get that leap where you can become bigger and size bigger to the existing ones?
देखिए उसमें मेरे जैसे मैडम अग्रवाल ने अभी बोला कि टैलेंट एमएसएमई को नहीं मिल पाता है एज ए जो बड़ी कंपनियों के पास चला जाता है. बेसिकली मध्य प्रदेश में ऐसा नहीं है कि टैलेंट नहीं है. हमारा जो टैलेंट, जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल टैलेंट है, वो पहले जो मध्य प्रदेश का हाल था, एक ऐसा इमेज बना कि वो पूना, बेंगलोर, बॉम्बे, हैदराबाद जाके फंस गया। और आज हम अभी हाई टेक्नोलॉजी के प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं। हम लोकोमोटिव और वंदे भारत जैसी ट्रेनों के कंट्रोल सिस्टम, वी आर पार्टनर टू सीडैक, उसमें हमें उन लोगों की जरूरत पड़ती है। और हम लिंक्डइन पे एक रिक्वायरमेंट मानते हैं, तो लोग जो है पीपल आर ईगर टू कम बैक टू भोपाल, कि जितने पैसे में वहां पे वो काम कर रहा है उससे कम पैसे में भोपाल में रहने के लिए तैयार है। भोपाल और इंदौर के जो लोग वहां पे फंसे हुए हैं बहुत दिनों में, क्योंकि क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ इज वेरी बैड। तो मेरा ये रिक्वेस्ट है गवर्नमेंट से कि अगर ऐसा कोई जो हम प्रोग्राम्स करते हैं, जो हम इन्वेस्टर समिट करते हैं, एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम रखें कि उस टैलेंट को हम मध्य प्रदेश में वापस खींच के ला सकें, तो ये हमारी मध्य प्रदेश को बहुत बड़ा पुश मिल जाएगा। दूसरा, मेरी एक ये भी फीलिंग है कभी कभी कि स्मॉल और मीडियम इंडस्ट्री का एक ऐसा सेक्टर बना दिया गया है कि उनको सहूलतें देनी चाहिए, मिलती हैं, अच्छे ग्रो करते हैं, लेकिन स्मॉल और मध्य मीडियम इंडस्ट्री को भी एक ऐसा बोलना चाहिए कि भी तुम अगर लार्ज बनोगे ना तो आपको ये फैसिलिटी मिलेगी। ये कॉन्सेप्ट कहीं पे भी नहीं है। वो जो कहता है कि मैं मीडियम और स्मॉल ही रहूं, क्यों रहे, तो उसको भी पूरा हक है कि बड़ी इंडस्ट्री का सपना देखे, और गवर्नमेंट उसको बोले कि तू निकल एमएसएमई से बाहर और तू बड़ी इंडस्ट्री बन। और ये मेरी एक फीलिंग है, और इसके लिए फिर टैलेंट भी आएगा, फिर अफोर्डेबिलिटी भी आ जाती है, सब चीजें बड़ा सोचने की बात है। इफ यू लुक एट इट कि चाइना ने यही किया, चाइना ने बिल्कुल छोटा नहीं सोचा।
Sharma sir, you are bang on it. So give us, 5 things which you think that, SMS should be offered to incentivize to become bigger. If you can list 4-5 चीजें बता सके तो।
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो गवर्नमेंट इज हेल्पिंग इन द कैपिटल सब्सिडीज एटसेट्रा, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट के को हमेशा, जैसे कोई हम प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट करें, जो इन्वेस्टर सबमिट होती है, उसके टाइम जब हम प्रपोजल सबमिट करें तो कोई भी फाइनेंस की जो अवेलेबिलिटी है कि एक बैंकर को भी उसके साथ एमओयू पे साइन करना चाहिए आगे, कि भाई मैं आपको आई एम रेडी टू फाइनेंस दैट प्रोडक्ट। तो जितने एमओयूज जो प्रपोजल्स आती हैं उसमें से देखिए कि बहुत सारे लार्ज परसेंटेज ऑफ दोज प्रपोजल्स विल कम ट्रू। 1 नंबर 2, मैंने जो टैलेंट एक्विजिशन है मध्य प्रदेश में वापस आए, उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट को कुछ ना कुछ इंटरवीन करके उस टैलेंट को यहाँ पे लाना चाहिए। और दूसरे, जो अभी आपने एग्रीकल्चर की बात करी थी, आप पंजाब में जाओ, गुजरात में जाओ, एग्रीकल्चर मशीनरी की इतनी कंपनियां हैं वहां पर, और हमने एग्रीकल्चर में इतना ग्रो किया है, 19% 16% सब्सिक्वेंट ग्रो हुआ है, लेकिन यहां पर हमारे एग्रीकल्चर इम्प्लीमेंट की कंपनियां नहीं हैं। तो एक पॉलिसी लाके एग्रीकल्चर की इम्प्लीमेंट की कंपनीज को यहां पे लाया जाए, और फूड प्रोसेसिंग की इंडस्ट्रीज को प्रमोट कर रही है। लेकिन इफ यू सी, जब टोमेटो की फसल होती है तो टोमेटो जो है हमारा पूरा सड़ जाता है। हमारा अब एग्रीकल्चर के सेशन में पता चला कि वी हैव बिकम सेकंड इन द अनियन प्रोडक्शन। तो अनियन एक क्राइसिस बन जाता है, अनियन से गवर्नमेंट गिर जाती है कई बार। तो उसके लिए हमें फूड प्रोसेसिंग की बहुत बड़ी जरूरत है। हमारे पास इतना गुआवा होता है, इतना मैंगो होता है, तो उसके लिए मध्य प्रदेश को आगे आके उसमें आना चाहिए। और ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस में तो बहुत सारी चीजें बहुत अच्छी हुई हैं, और अभी भी बहुत सारा स्कोप है कि उसमें किया जाए।
Thank you, Sharma Sahab. Raghavendra ji, if you can come in, and many of the things which Nidhi ji and Sharma ji has already listed, about the availability of skills and how government can help in building those skill sets, and obviously the workforce, and many of the things which Sharma ji has listed. So what is your view?
So, there are 2-3 points that has been made here. Number 1, regarding availability of skill and how we are going to better it. Madhya Pradesh is one of those states which always supposes that skill development is the key most factor if we want to grow. You are aware, people who are from Bhopal, they must be aware that there is a global skill park which has been created. It's a world-class infrastructure. And the kind of support system we are going to give there, we are providing there, that's phenomenal. We have also decided that we will have industry, academia, tie-up, the relationship that can be built upon. And even the private sectors have also been invited. Honorable CM Saab has announced that any private sector, if they want to have a tie-up with us through our industrial training institutes, through our polytechnics, through our engineering colleges, or through global skill parks and divisional ITIs. So we are going to give full support to industries so that they can train our students, train our persons from Madhya Pradesh in different sectors, and that is the way we want to go to it. The second thing,
here's, Nidhiji's point is that you are creating skill set and skill force, but the problem is that larger players, because they have deeper pockets, they take them away. And MSMEs, because their margins are slow and their access to capital is difficult, they have not been able to get make good of it. And that's why they want a support from the government, that if they can support in salaries and other things, apprenticeships and those type of elements can be brought. Nidhiji, if I'm not wrong, you wanted this.
So she must be aware that we were the first state in entire country to launch that Mukhyamantri Sikho Kamao Yojana, and that scheme provided us support for internship of children, students, and we were supporting from 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. The second thing, Honorable Prime Minister Sahab has launched a new internship scheme. That scheme can also be beneficial for these sectors if they want to go through it. Though it says that it is initially available for bigger companies, but normally medium-sized companies will also come. The thing I will also want to say that now this is a kind of a demand and supply situation. And precisely for this region, we have started an industrial training institute in each and every block of Madhya Pradesh. We are trying to enhance the system capabilities. And then through industry academia collaboration, we can solve this problem of having a good number of trained, skilled people available here in Madhya Pradesh. The second thing that was told regarding financing of the projects. So and then there was some idea how to grow medium sector industries to large sector industries. For that, I will say that in case of medium sector industries, normally the investment promotion assistance is in percentage is higher if you go for larger industries. So let us take the case by new definition, 125 crore is the limit for medium-sized industries. If your investment in plant and machinery is up to 83 crores, you are going to get 40% per investment promotion assistance above. So in case of medium-sized industries, the promotion assistance in percentage is much higher than if you are going for a large-scale industry. So by deliberate choice, by design, we have decided that medium-sized industries will be supported more, and they will be given more benefits, more support system. I would just say that in the previous financial year, to all the industries, to medium-sized, small-scale and large-sized industries, Madhya Pradesh government has supported more than 5,200 crores for investment promotion assistance. So this is the kind of capital, plant, machinery support and other supports we are giving. We are giving supports in some of the industries, the chosen one industries, for skill development up to 13,000 rupees per trainee. We are also giving support in some of the chosen industries for employment generation assistance to the industry. So we are working in a lot many ways. I would love to see more people coming for industry, academia relationship in skill development sectors. We have already invited several groups for that.
Thank you, Raghvendra ji. Aditya ji, if I can come to you, Sharma ji just touched upon the ease of doing business. There's a national debate which is going on that how to, reduce the compliances, how to reduce the government's interference into industry. Central government is setting up a deregulation commission. So what is your experience in Madhya Pradesh that, what sort of things you want to see to go so that, life of industrialists and many of the businesses becomes easier?
I think what I have seen here that past, let's say, decade or so, or the changes are happening very fast. For example, the recently released the new industrial policy is talking a lot about that. How to make it is easier for the industrialists to come here and set up the shop investment. So the policies are being changed according to the time. And that's why the investments are coming here. And at least we see that. First of all, as I said in the beginning, one is that the intention of the government basically should be sincere efforts towards that, which is there. The bureaucracy is very responsive in terms of like bringing the reforms and changes, that we also see that. And as Sharma ji has also said that approachable, so in case of any problem in this thing, we can approach. So the changes are happening and we see solutions are coming, together, not like going to the multiple agencies, talking to them. When I go to like MP, IDC, then we can talk about everything together. I mean, yesterday I was there for some meeting, but I could talk about water supply, I could speak about land, and, in one or two places I can get all the information and support there. That is what we want actually, Of course, the deregulation or things will not happen overnight, basically. For example, if I talk about the Pollution Control Board or CPCB, things like that, they will be keep on, the regulatory bodies are there, the statutory compliances are there. We have to meet those obligations and, we have to meet those standards, basically. But things are changing. So I think what else you want right now? Coming to the point, 1 or 2 points I would like to add also on the skill side, we also, it's not like everything is good for us, we as industrialists, we have to also make a little effort on all these areas, including the skill development, But what we are doing, we are generating a lot of employment. It's not like we are paying higher wages to everybody here, We also work on the minimum wages, but yes, we give certain facilities like, food and things like that to people there. But good thing is that I'm very happy to say that, the people who are working in our company, they are employed by the other companies that they feel there is kind of certified, training. And we churn out about 5,000 to 10,000 people every year by apprenticeship training, things like that. So I think things are okay, I think, and policy reforms, as I said, if you go to the new industrial policy, a lot of things come
Nidhi,
together.
what is your wish list for ease of doing business? Which many of the things which Raghvendra... Sir, easy to reply.
I feel that individually MSME has to start branding itself a little more. There is a possibility of more interaction with smaller groups, industry-specific groups, whereby we go about promoting each other. I think there is a lack of visibility of the kind of sectors that Madhya Pradesh caters to. So, of course, on the top line, we know that we are an agriculture state. We know that we have right now, depending on the budget that I read of the state, I see that textile is going to be the next very important sector where the government is focusing. See, government wants to focus on every sector. For them, I think, the weakest sector is also equally important. But it is also our responsibility to go about on a platform, if we get, where we go about branding ourselves, telling them about what our mission and our growth plan is. So I feel that is missing at Madhya Pradesh.
Thank you. Sharma sir, what is your wish list? Then I can pass on the mic to Raghvendra ji.
देखिए, जैसे निधि जी ने बोला कि ब्रांडिंग की ज़रूरत है, ऑफ कोर्स ब्रांडिंग की ज़रूरत है, लेकिन जैसे कि मैं आपको बताऊं, हमारी कंपनी जो 1500 लोकोमोटिव इंडिया में बनते हैं, उसमें से मेरी कंपनी 250 लोकोमोटिव के लिए मोटर बनाती है। BHEL जो है 400-500 लोकोमोटिव के लिए मोटर बनाती है, और 400-500 जो है वो 300-350 लोकोमोटिव के लिए क्रॉम्पटन बनाती है। तो मध्य प्रदेश इज सच ए प्लेस, भोपाल इज सच ए प्लेस जहां पर कंट्री के लोकोमोटिव के बनाने का इतना बड़ा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है। मतलब आज अगर लोकोमोटिव चल रहे हैं और रेलवे चल रहा है, उसमें भोपाल का इतना बड़ा योगदान है और ये ब्रांडिंग की जरूरत है। ये विश लिस्ट मेरी भी है।
Thank you, sir. I think all of you are the brand ambassadors. Last word is for you, Raghvendra ji. Then we have to wind
Just
up.
want to say one thing that Madhya Pradesh was the first state to start Public Services Guarantee Act in 2007. हमारी कोशिश ये है कि जितनी भी तरह की एनओसीज हैं, क्लियरेंसेज हैं, वो टाइम बाउंड मैनर में मिलें और उसके लिए वी हैव डिसाइडेड दैट देयर विल बी अ टाइम लिमिट नॉट मोर देन 30 days in many cases and there are deemed provisions also there so we can give deemed assents. I will also say that this year we are working on a very interactive AI driven invest portal where the investors will not have to roam around here and there. This year we have transferred money through direct benefit transfers and all the investment promotion assistance cases where I have spelled out that more than 5,200 crores were given to industries. It was all through portal. So it will be system driven, IT driven and time bound manner and this will be kind of one of the best states in entire country. Thank you.
Thank you. With this note, these all four people are brand ambassadors of Madhya Pradesh and they'll be taking the story out.